Okay, so imagine this. You're with your niece, and she suddenly decides that she needs a coloring page. But not just N and Y coloring page. She wants a purple panda, wearing a tutu, and eating pizza. And you, well, you haven't drawn anything more complicated than a stick figure since grade school. So what do you do?
Well, I guess before AI, you would probably be stuck searching online for hours, hoping to find something close enough.
Exactly. But now,
Yeah.
there are all these AI tools that can just make a coloring page from any description, no matter how crazy it is. And the one that I am totally obsessed with right now is ColorBliss.
Yeah, what's really cool about ColorBliss is it doesn't just take text prompts. You can actually upload a photo, and it'll turn that into a coloring page.
I know, right? It's like instant art. I tried it out with a picture from our last family vacation.
Yeah.
And it turned into this amazing, intricate coloring page.
And think about all the things you can do with that. You could take a photo of your kid's drawing and turn it into a more polished coloring page, or even turn a special memory into a piece of art that they can color in.
Yeah, it would be a perfect gift. And for people like me, who can draw, but maybe not super well. ColorBliss also have this feature where it takes your scribbles
Yeah.
and it enhances them.
So if you can do like the basic shapes, but you need help with the details, ColorBliss can help you make your drawing look really professional.
Exactly. I tried it with a rough sketch of my dog, and ColorBliss made it into this adorable, detailed image. I was so impressed.
It's not just for fun either. Teachers could use ColorBliss to make custom coloring pages for their lessons, especially if they need something really specific that they can't find anywhere else.
It's true. Imagine like a history lesson where you color in a scene from ancient Rome or a science class where you're coloring all the different parts of a cell.
And on top of all that, ColorBliss is so easy to use. You just sign up for free on their website, type in your prompt or upload an image, and boom, you have a printable coloring page in seconds.
They even give you 12 free images to start with, so you can try it out and get a feel for how it works. Speaking of getting started, we have a special link for our listeners. In a pinned comment below, it will take you right to ColorBliss, and you'll even get some extra goodies.
So if you want to try it out,
and
unleash your inner artist, or you just want a fun activity for yourself or the kids, definitely check it out.
But ColorBliss is just one tool. You know, there are a ton of other AI coloring book tools out there, each with its own unique strengths. Like, for example, if you are more into fantasy worlds and intricate designs, Midjourney is the way to go.
Oh yeah, Midjourney is known for making really detailed and imaginative images. Think mythical creatures, enchanted forests, things you wouldn't really find in a normal coloring book.
So it sounds like Midjourney is less about precision and more about embracing the unexpected.
Yeah, exactly. You give the AI creative prompts and see what kind of wild creations it comes up with.
So like, if I told it to draw a unicorn riding a rocket ship through a rainbow galaxy, you could do that.
Absolutely. And it would probably be way cooler and more imaginative than anything you or I could come up with.
Wow. I'm sold. But there's got to be a catch, right?
Yeah.
Nothing this awesome is ever simple.
Well, the one thing about Midjourney is that it runs through Discord. So you will need a Discord account to use it.
Okay. That's not so bad. Small price to pay for some serious artistic magic.
Okay.
But what about those of us who want something that's more polished and professional looking?
If you're the type of person who likes to have a lot of control over the final product, then Leonardo AI is a great option. It makes coloring pages with that. Really crisp and clean look.
So it's like Leonardo AI is a digital drawing assistant that helps you refine your ideas and bring them to life.
Exactly. And one of the coolest things about Leonardo AI is it uses what are called LoRa models.
LoRa models. What are those?
But think of them like a set of dials that let you adjust different aspects of your coloring page. You can change the line thickness, the level of detail, even the overall style of the image.
Wow, that's amazing. So I could make the lines thicker for younger kids who are still learning to color, or create super intricate details for adults who want more of a challenge.
Exactly. It gives you the flexibility to create the perfect coloring page for whoever you want. And another great thing about Leonardo AI is that it is really fast. It can generate images in seconds, which is great for experimenting with different styles and prompts.
Okay, so we've covered ColorBliss the All-Rounder, Midjourney the portal to fantastical worlds, and Leonardo AI the precision tool for control freaks. Like a coloring book buffet. But what if I just need something really quick and easy?
Well then, ColoringBook.AI is your best friend. It is super straightforward to use. You just type in what you want, hit generate, and boom, you've got a coloring page ready to print.
So it's perfect for a search again when inspiration strikes. And you need a coloring page like right now.
Exactly. No messing around with settings or anything like that. Just pure coloring book goodness on demand.
I love it. What about people like me who are somewhere in the middle? We want some control over the final product, but we don't need super detailed images.
You should check out MockoFun. It's a great option for people who want a good balance between simplicity and customization. It lets you adjust the colors, the line thickness, and even the layout of your image, but it's still really user-friendly.
So it's like a happy medium.
Yeah.
Between a basic coloring book generator and something more advanced like Leonardo AI.
Exactly. And MockoFun uses vectorized art, which means your images will always be crisp and clear, even if you enlarge them to print them.
Which is really important if you want your coloring pages to look good.
It is. So, as you can see, there's an AI coloring book tool out there for everyone, whether you're super techie or just looking for a fun and easy way to be creative.
This is mind-blowing. It seems like AI is totally changing how we approach art and creativity. And we haven't even scratched the surface of what's possible. We'll talk more about that in our next segment, where we'll dive into the future of AI storytelling and how these tools can be used to create entire graphic novels and illustrated stories.
So stay tuned for more AI adventures.
Yeah, it really is amazing how AI is changing things. And it's not just coloring books. We're seeing it used for all sorts of artistic stuff, even in storytelling.
Wait, you're talking about AI actually helping to write stories, like coming up with plots and characters and all that?
Yep. Imagine you have a basic story idea, maybe a couple of characters, and you feed it all into an AI.
Okay. Then what?
The AI can actually generate a rough draft of your story with dialogue and descriptions and even like suggestions for plot twists.
Whoa, that's crazy. It's like having a co-author who can brainstorm with you 24/7. But wouldn't that take away some of the fun of writing? That's a good question. It really depends on how you use these tools. AI can definitely help with the technical parts of writing, like coming up with ideas and smoothing out the story, but it's still the human who brings the heart and soul to it.
So it's more about collaboration than competition. Like AI can be a partner in the creative process.
Exactly. AI does the heavy lifting, but the human shapes the story and gives it meaning and makes sure it connects with the readers.
That makes me feel better. I was worried that AI would, take over storytelling completely and leave us humans out in the cold.
I think a lot of people worry about that. But AI is just a tool. It's like a really advanced typewriter or a super-powered paintbrush. It can make us better, but it can't replace us.
Okay, so what are some ways that AI could be used for storytelling? Like, could it help me write a graphic novel?
Definitely. One thing AI is great at is visual consistency. Like, imagine having an AI assistant that makes sure all your characters look the same throughout the entire story.
That would be amazing. I know so many artists who struggle with that.
Yeah, it's a common problem. And AI can also help with world building. Let's say you're making a fantasy world. You could describe the landscapes and the creatures and the overall atmosphere. And the AI could generate pictures of all of it.
That's wild. It's like having a personal concept artist.
It is. And it can even help with things like pacing and dialogue. It can look at your writing and tell you where you could add more detail or speed things up or even make a character's voice sound more distinct.
So it's like a built-in editor. But what about the actual writing? Can AI write a whole story all by itself?
There are some AIs that can generate text, but they're not good enough yet to write a really good story on their own. They need a human to give them the vision and the emotion and the overall direction.
It's still a team effort, even with all the fancy tech.
Exactly. AI can be a partner, but it's the human who's really in charge.
That's good to know. I was starting to get worried that my job was in jeopardy.
I don't think you have to worry about that yet. AI still has a long way to go before it can replace human storytellers. But it's changing how we tell stories, and I think that's really exciting.
I agree, especially after seeing all the cool things AI can do.
Yeah.
With coloring books.
And who knows what the future holds. Maybe someday we'll have AI that can create entire graphic novels or animated films or even interactive stories that change based on what the reader chooses.
That would be amazing. It seems like.
Yeah.
The possibilities are endless.
They are. That's what's so cool about AI. It's always evolving.
Yeah.
And pushing the limits of what we thought was possible.
Yeah. This whole conversation has made me realize that AI isn't something to be afraid of. It's a tool we can use.
Yeah.
to be more creative and explore new possibilities.
I agree. AI can be a really positive force in the creative world. I think we're just getting started.
So I'm definitely excited to see what happens next. And speaking of what's next, we have one more segment coming up where we'll look at some of the specific tools and platforms that people are using for AI storytelling.
So stick around. We'll be right back.
Okay, so we've talked about AI coloring books and how AI is getting into storytelling. But like, what are the actual tools that people are using to do all this?
Well, some of the tools we've already mentioned can actually do this stuff. Like Midjourney, for example. It's known for making those super detailed and imaginative pictures.
Right. The unicorn riding the rocket through space. But how does that actually work for storytelling?
Well, it's all about using those visuals as prompts. So let's say you're writing a fantasy novel. You could give Midjourney prompts like a majestic castle on a cliff, overlooking a stormy sea, or a warrior in glowing armor fighting a three-headed dragon.
And then Midjourney would make images based on those descriptions.
Exactly, and those images can help you build out your world and give you new ideas and even give you like reference points for your writing. It's like a visual brainstorming partner.
That's so cool. But Midjourney is mostly for still images, right? What if you want to make something more dynamic, like a comic book or an animated film?
There are some AI tools that are starting to do that. One example is Artbreeder. It lets you combine and change images to make new characters and creatures.
So like, if I wanted to make a character that was half elf and half dragon, I could do that with Artbreeder.
Yeah. You could take pictures of an elf and a dragon and then use Artbreeder to mix their features together and adjust their proportions and make something totally new.
Wow. That sounds awesome. It's like a character creation studio. But what about the actual writing? Are there AI tools that can help with that?
There are. AI writing assistants are getting more and more advanced. They can help you with grammar and spelling, but they can also suggest plot points or character motivations or even dialogues.
It's like a virtual writing coach.
Kind of. But it's important to remember that AI writing assistants are tools, not replacements.
So I shouldn't expect to just plug in a few words and get a best-selling novel?
No, not quite. The human is still important. It's the writer's vision and voice and understanding of people that makes a story good. AI can help with the technical stuff, but it can't replace the magic of human storytelling.
Right. So it seems like the takeaway here is AI is changing storytelling, but it's not about replacing human creativity. It's about giving us new tools and new ways to collaborate.
Exactly. And as AI keeps getting better, we'll see even more innovative tools and approaches.
This has been an awesome deep dive into AI, coloring books, and storytelling. It's crazy to think about how this tech is changing the way we make and experience art.
It is. And who knows what's next? Maybe someday we'll be reading graphic novels written entirely by AI or watching movies where the characters and the plot came from a computer program.
It's exciting.
Yeah.
And a little scary at the same time. But one thing is for sure, AI is here to stay, and it's already having a huge impact on art and creativity. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive, and we hope you'll explore these AI tools and see what amazing things you can create.